Tell me how it sounds, Griff, when it
I'm
turns
not gonna
on.
tell you nothing.
Don't you start with me.
Oh, I will.
Boom, she said. Boom, shakalaka. Yay, commercial. What's this one for? Oh, my favorite movie that's about to come out.
About to come out? I thought it was already out.
Yeah, it is already out, but not Star Wars. I was talking about the comedy Daddy's Home.
Oh.
That
I
comes out
like
Christmas
that
Day.
the whole idea of me testing, like listening before the show, is for to
Oh.
see how chicken sounds, and then he stops talking as soon as he asks me.
Sorry, I'll keep talking now. Sorry, guys. Hi, guys. How you doing? Blah, blah, blah. This and that. Hi, Vald. I'm a Murloc. Don't talk to me.
Laba, laba, laba.
That's like
Okay, I think we're good.
Okay.
I
All right.
think.
Well, then I am going to start the intro.
Whoop, whoop.
Hi, guys, and welcome to the Infinite Respawn podcast. I'm Chicken.
I'm Oak Tree.
I'm Griff.
I'm Baka.
What's up?
Yay!
How you guys doing?
Sorry, I was making some last minute tweaks.
Tweaks.
I'm doing fantastic. I'm not in a theater right now, and I'm hanging out with y'all, so y'all should feel very special.
Oh, Mr. Star
So
Wars.
you're not,
So
you're not
special.
sitting in there watching Star Wars over and 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 over again.
That's right.
He
And
wouldn't
over.
be good though.
I would.
You know, eventually though, I mean, movies are so expensive now, you'd probably run out of money.
Yeah, no kidding.
I mean,
You could rent
just
out the
saying.
theater for like a month, then be broke for the rest of your life.
That'd be
Oh,
fantastic, though, right?
Yeah, it'd
Just
be
for that 1 month.
Just for that 1 month. But yeah, but can you imagine trying to sleep in there? I mean, you don't want to sleep in the chairs. You can't sleep like across the chairs because there's armrests, and you definitely don't want to sleep on the floor.
Yeah, hell no. Just go to one of the super fancy ones where the like chairs lean all the way back.
I don't even think we have one of those around here.
Oh well, then you are SOL.
Sorry, Oak. I guess you're just gonna be super uncomfortable for a month. But
He
at least
could
we
like
got Star
he could
Wars,
bring in a
right?
cot and like put it together every time he wants to go to bed.
I guess there's that.
Wow. What if all of the same movie theater rules still applied? Like no outside food and drinks. No, like you can't bring in things like cots and whatnot. I mean,
Well, then that
Wow.
1 month at the movie theater just changed into 1 hour.
1 hour.
It's so
No, it
damn
might be
expensive.
like a
No
couple of
kidding.
days. But I
So-
mean, imagine living off of popcorn and movie theater hot dogs.
Well,
Mm.
at the end of that month, you won't be able to get out of that chair.
They're gonna have to like pry you out of it or like get a crane or something to pull you out.
Yeah.
At the end of the month, he's just in a coma.
I do like to say something right now, though, because now, Baki, you've watched it opening night as well, correct?
We're not gonna put any spoilers in this.
No
but-
spoilers.
No, I'm not.
Spoilers.
You're not gonna get spoilers out of me for this. There's no way. But I do want to talk about the box office for a minute, about the fact that Star Wars is absolutely crushing everything, to the point of Jurassic World, which was a great movie this earlier this summer. I think made $208 million in its first weekend, and you have over $100 million that was made in just the first day for Star Wars.
Yeah.
And it's the first one to ever do that. It was the quickest to 100 million.
I
was
mean,
two-
but really, is anybody surprised?
Not at
no.
all.
Not at all, really. And it's great because there's so many people out there. But right now, it's estimated in the first 3 days they've made $238 million. Now, to kind of put that in perspective, I believe the Phantom Menace and because it's only had one single release and then a 3D release that didn't do too well. I think it made 500 million. I know, and it's like number 11 on the list of all time. The original Star Wars is I want to say like 700 million or something like that, and it's had 3 releases. So you kind of keep that in mind for a minute. That's in one weekend they've almost made half as much as one of their bigger movies, which is crazy.
Well, good job, Star Wars, and I hope everybody's enjoying it. And if you spoil it for people, then you're a dick.
Yeah, you really are.
I mean, I'm not even a Star Wars fan. Like, I have no interest in going to the theater and seeing it. I'll see it eventually. But man, there's no way, even if I knew something about it, that I would go and tell anybody.
Well, and I
That's
think the
just
thing
an
is
asshole thing to do.
the entire franchise is based on the fact that you do have twists and turns and stuff that's revealed and all that type of stuff. And this movie's going to be no different. You're going to have twists and turns and stuff that's going to be revealed that you either are going to like or not. Depends on how you feel about the movie, whatever happens to go on. So it's fantastic just because the way it's told. So go
I'm the same
into
way
it.
with games, though. Like, don't tell me about games I don't want to know especially games like, Bioshock Infinite had a huge twist in it. There's no way I'd tell anybody about that either. So spoilers in general, not just about Star Wars. Bad idea.
Yeah, well, if you use Google Chrome, there's an extension you can download that if there's a possibility of a spoiler on a site, it will actually pop up a thing and said there might be spoilers on this site. Do you want to continue to go or not? So I recommend downloading it if you don't want to be spoiled, for sure.
Just a bit of quick business, since I know Ivy and No Pants are both listening. Hey, if one of you guys could log into Arc today and move your body out of the floor in the kitchen, that'd be awesome, because we're trying to redo the floor and we don't want to kill you in the process.
Yes, only 2 more spots left for stone.
Yeah, there's 2 squares left that need to be changed over, and it's where your body is. So if you could, and you don't have to play or anything, just get up, walk 2 feet, fall back in the floor, as long as it's on the stone.
We'll drag you up into your room upstairs.
Yeah, or just walk up the ramp yourself. Either way.
Sorry,
way. But a business had to do that. What's everybody been playing this week?
Oh, I think that's pretty obvious.
Arc.
Fallout.
What? Who said Arc?
Elder Scrolls Online. Elder Scrolls Online.
Yeah, chicken. Why don't you start out with that? Because I imagine once we get into Arc and Fallout, we might be there for a minute.
All right. Well, our Elder Scrolls is an online MMO on the Xbox. It's interesting. It's interesting for sure. It's an MMO. Me and Vald have been playing all week.
That's it. Like, you're like, whatever.
Well, there doesn't seem to be anything special. I think the big thing for it is
that is a giant tub of popcorn.
That
is the appropriate size of popcorn for when you have one of those "this gonna be good" moments where you just need to watch shit unfold.
This gonna be good.
Yep. Carry on.
Over half of that, by the way.
But other than that, I think the big mainstay of that game is the PvP, which I have not gotten to yet. We're still a little low level. We're just leveling at this point.
You could totally go out there, but you won't do well. You'll die.
Yeah.
I did that, but
I've played plenty of MMOs. I know how that works. You walk in, hi guys, dead.
Smash.
I'm here to help.
No.
Respawn. I'm good. Respawn. I can do this.
Whack.
Oh my goodness. Yep. Death after death. But what were you gonna ask, Griff?
I was just asking how you felt like this stacked up to other MMOs that you've played. I mean, I know that we've done
the
lots of
mechanics
stuff.
and the gameplay are pretty solid. The amount of content kind of feels a little lackluster. The direction seems pretty good. They give you like one main quest. It's like you go here, you go from the start of the zone to the middle of the zone, and then there's a bunch of little mini quests like branched off from the main path, and then you get to the big city, and then you go from there, you do the quests around there and a little branched off quests, and then it sends you to like the other side of the zone, and you do quests as you head that way. Other than that, it's pretty similar to most MMOs.
Have you had to do a lot of like quests where they go such and such god or demigod or elder god, whatever, is being resurrected. You have to go gather this shit and then go stop him.
Yeah.
I had that issue whenever I was playing it when it first came out, where like all the main quests were basically in every area, like led up to so and so is being resurrected. Here's a bunch of shit you have to go collect. Now go stop them.
Well, the first one was we summoned out a super elemental demon thing to help fight off one of the people invading, and then we had to spend the rest of the zone trying to capture him and stop somebody from summoning the other gods, and then moved on to the next zone, and there was a god lady there that we were helping, and then I haven't gotten to the third zone yet, but other than that, it's kind of been how it's been.
There are a lot of gods in this.
Does this game seem like it has any longevity that's going to be put to it, or is it one of those things you think it's going to be to where we're going to have like an ESO2 in order to be able to?
For most MMOs, it stands that they are always free to patch, kind of add new content. There's a lot of content in the Plus member side of it where you can pay, which I find very fascinating. They're Plus member. I don't remember the entirety aspect of it, but if you're a Plus member, you get both of the expansions and the extra character. You can make any character, any faction. So basic, there are three races for every faction. If you're a Plus member, you can have all 9 races on any faction. It's pretty neat. If you want to Khajiit, but you want to play Ebonheart, then you can play that and do whatever you want.
Mix a match.
Yeah, but they give you a monthly salary of crowns. They give you 1,500 crowns to buy whatever you want in their store. Mounts, pets, costumes.
Is it like a microtransaction store, like a real money?
Yeah, except they kind of give you
So technically, you're paying for those crowns with your monthly subscription anyway.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So you get
Okay.
crowns and you get a lot of bonus stuff for your monthly subscription.
Is crown something you can earn normally anyway?
No, they're only available through money. So it's kind of
Kinda
like
the Star Wars.
yeah. So
okay.
it's interesting. Like when you pay your monthly fee, you're not just getting to play the game. You're getting to get crowns out of it too, so that you can buy mounts. And 1,500 crowns will definitely get you a mount or something. Save up for a couple of months, and you can get one of the really cool mounts. So I like their microtransaction field. It's really
mounts
cool.
is all she needs.
Mounts and pets.
Right.
Can you trade crowns? I do not think so. I think they are strict to your character, your account.
Okay. So it's not okay. Well, I mean, I guess that's good though, because it means you're not buying a bunch of real life money stuff to trade for a bunch of in-game stuff. I don't know that you would.
Yeah, and with the mount thing, you can actually upgrade your riding skill, which gives your mounts more speed, more stamina. It can hold more, I guess. It's interesting, definitely. But I want to try out the PvP. I'm a PvP player.
What level do you have to be to do PvP, and what level are you now? Okay,
10.
what level
I'm
do you have
not.
to
I'm
be to
18.
stand a chance?
People have suggested 25 to 30,
Okay. What's cap level?
50.
Okay.
But they have a veteran thing where once you hit cap level, you can like start over veteran level
it's
1,
the
2,
prestige
3, 4.
system.
Yeah, pretty much. But
Okay.
that's that. We're enjoying it. We'll probably play some more of it. I definitely want to kind of play some PvP. That's what my big thing is. But as for end game, there doesn't seem like there's any end game at all. There are some
So it
dungeons
kind of
leading up
suffers from
to.
what Guild Wars did,
Exactly.
which is the end game is so supposedly the PvP.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So I don't know if its lifespan will last too long if they don't actually put in stuff for rate or for giant guilds to do and things like that. So, but I don't know. I haven't gotten to the end game yet, but that's what I always try to figure out is what's the objective at the end of the game? What is there for me to do besides PvP? Yeah. So. That's what I've gotten out of it so far. I'm just trying to burn through the levels, get to cap level real quick.
Get to the end to see what's there. Is that the plan?
Pretty much.
Okay.
I've leveled in
Yay,
so
get to the
many
end.
damn MMOs that I'm just... I just want to get to the damn end to see what it's like.
Actually, we'll touch on that again in a little bit because I have something that I wanted to ask about, but we'll wait till later till we get to that.
Okay, well, that
Okay.
is what I've gotten out of Elder Scrolls so far. It's pretty fun. It's interesting. Combat's nice. I like being able to play in first person, but I just play in third person all the time. Swing my sword around.
First person sword swinger. Got it.
Yeah.
Everybody else has been playing Ark, including you, so I figured we'd talk about that because Oak is the new baby Ark player. He's so little. He's like, oh my god, I made a thatch house. We're like, oh, that's cute. You made a thatch
We
house.
have
That's
stone.
cute.
Yeah, Red told me a pretty funny story about when they were taming their trike last
I
night.
like how y'all are like all hipster when it comes to Ark. You know,
We're not
it's like,
hipster about it. It's cute. It's like, oh, he's so funny. Oh.
It's funny
Well,
too
he made a
because Red
thatch
came in.
house. Let me go blow that one down.
Red came in last night and he goes, "I really need to do this." Oh wait, I can't do any of this. I'm a level 1 because he like came
Yeah.
to the server for the first time.
Yep. Oh.
I'm like, dude, I can make you clothes, give them to you, whatever. And he goes, no, I can
No,
level up
you
pretty
can't.
quick.
No, you don't level up pretty quick. You
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, unless you've got an already established tribe that's got stuff to give you so that you can level up quick. Or it's
Yeah.
like, here, have this, steel pike and this steel other thing and go chop down some trees. You'll be fine. No.
Yeah,
Unless
Vald
you go
jumped
stand on the
in
beach
and
punch dodos.
she logged in at level 1. She logged out at level 7. So, well, I took her around the island and I kind of showed her. Yeah, what she just said right there. I'm sure Chica will protect me. I tried to help her out, but she unfortunately died. She got attacked by bugs.
Yes. No Pants just made a good thing too. Red shows up. He hadn't been in the server 15 minutes and almost had our house destroyed by a fucking dinosaur.
What the hell did he aggro?
What?
We're sitting there and he goes, ooh, mistake. Uh oh. That's all
Yeah,
we're hearing.
anytime you
He
hear
goes-
him say mistake,
He
yeah.
goes, oh, mistake. Nope. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Where's our house? This is at night now, and we have torches around the outside of our house so we can see it because we're one of the few that's in that area. So, and all you sort of there, and you have this triceratops that's coming around, and I hear ka-dunk, 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 and I'm walking around the opposite side of the house, and I just see this triceratops nail our house because red is inside.
Ooh.
And I was like, what did you do?
Let me take refuge in this thatch house. Oh my god, that's the best idea ever.
Oh my goodness.
He was like,
Well-
don't worry about it. It's not PvP, so it doesn't matter anyway. It's like, dude, if
It does matter.
It says repair. If it says repair, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna repair it.
Yeah, I mean, dinosaurs could still destroy your stuff, just not other people's dinosaurs.
Right. And it was so funny though, because because he was a level 1 and he was killing like level 38s and everything else. And I was like, okay, cool. He kind of knows what he's doing when he's doing that. And then you hear, whoop, nope, mistake.
Oh, yeah, he's that's a lot of the time. He gets too big for his britches. I'm red. Oh no.
Oh no, save me!
Starting on Xbox One, because y'all have been playing on PC, so I do have some questions when it comes to the PC version versus the Xbox One version.
Go for it.
First of all, one of the things that I want to tell you right now is they have a nice little bookmark button that's down at the bottom for the servers. It doesn't work on the Xbox One. You hit the bookmark, it doesn't click over. So luckily, I had my server memorized, ish. And I had to ask Howard once I invited him before, is this the right server? He said, yeah. Our server is very difficult to get into, and if it's not bookmarked, it's very hard for it to refresh and pull that number up. So then once you do, it's really close to full every time. So one of my questions is this, because, and I get it, this is new to this console. So we do have official servers through Xbox. They're Xbox official servers and all that. So those are pretty stable. But my question on it is this. Do you ever get to do you have a problem with PC getting into your server at all? So do you think this is something that is just because we have this trial version that's available for free?
Yeah, it's because
Okay.
it's new.
It's because it's new and your servers cap out at around 70 people, so you've got a bunch of people that want to try it out and it's brand new, so they're all excited about it and gung-ho. So you got everybody trying to log in. Like, I think the most I've ever seen on our servers when I go to log in is probably 35, maybe 40 people
Yep.
at a time. Just because, you know, there's people that are probably still there, but they're not all trying to log in at the same time because it's not new anymore. So it'll kind of wear out, and people who aren't going to stick with it will get weeded out. So it'll become easier and easier because people stop playing.
Okay, so it's just growing pains right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Okay, and then
Not to mention
Welcome
that
to
you
the
guys,
world of alpha builds.
the Microsoft servers, you were saying that you were having like 104 ping and things like that, and it's like, oh, really?
Yeah.
That seems.
No, there were some that were 4,000.
Yeah, but I mean,
Ooh.
even for their dedicated servers through Microsoft, you'd think they'd be a little better because our ping is like 70 at
Our ping
top.
is at tops. Our ping normally is 50, which is really nice.
Well, that's
'Cause-
the distance that you are from wherever your server is as well, because it's the distance to get there. Because like if I send out a ping right now to California, it's not going to be as fast as it would be to 60 miles north of me either.
Yeah,
Well,
we understand that. But the
Yeah,
problem is Red was saying, because I know you're on an EU server, but even on
Right.
the US servers, the ping is still that high, is what he was telling us.
Oh,
He said he
okay.
went through and looked. So
Yeah, because I'm on
it's
an
just-
EU server.
Yeah, it's just that they're having some sort of massive server.
It's growing pains, like you said.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just
Yeah.
gotta kind of let the servers are under such a massive. Here we go again. Such a massive load that they kind of bog down a little bit. They gotta wait till the traffic starts clearing out and the servers can cool down and the
Yeah.
ping will go a lot lower.
Yeah, so it's not
Yeah.
quite such a.
Yeah, a
heavy
lot
load
show
on it.
-1. He's correct. Like a lot of them, you'll pop up and they'll say -1.
Yeah, that's broken.
I think yeah,
Yeah.
it's broken.
I was like, okay.
It moves so fast that you aren't even going to be able to handle it. That's what
Yeah,
it
I know.
is.
It's like playing a game right off a disc. You're good to go.
I think it's so high that it like defaults to -1, like
That might be-
9,999. It's 10,000 ping and it's
It's like, no, just no.
yeah.
It's like
Negative
you
one.
confuse me. But
Ooh.
when I started out, I thankfully you two had kind of told me what to expect and stuff when I got into the game.
Deaths.
Yeah,
Lots of it.
But Griff gave me the best knowledge ever, which was build a house quickly. And I was
Yes.
like, okay. So the first thing I did was try to find a place to build a house. I seriously, not kidding, when I spawned in, it was 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and so like 2 hours later, it's pitch black. So I had to. Luckily, I was in an area where there was not a whole lot of baddies around. So for me to die, so I just had to sit there and wait until daylight. And then finally, I was able to make a torch and do other stuff like that. My character's currently a 14. I think No Pants is 11, maybe. Um, yes, and I'm always trying to find a place to put my wood. Thanks, no pants. The but we built up a house. Like, I'm in charge of the house right now because that's where my passion's at. I'm like, okay, I need this to build this wall and blah blah blah. And I don't want people in here, these fuckers, stuff like that. And it was great because Red's wanting to go out and hunt and evidently destroy our house that I'm trying to build. And then
Don't trust him to hunt.
Yeah.
and then No Pants is wanting to hunt, but he's also wanting to tame the dinosaurs, mainly the taming, which is kind of neat because we all have a role. Ivy just likes to sleep on the floor, evidently in both servers, yours and mine.
Yep. She's like, hey, cool, look at this nice floor. Z. Like, no, Ivy, get out the house. Go hunt. Go do
Get out
something.
the house.
So
Go outside and play with the dinos.
but it's great because it's like the little area and stuff we're at. Red's like, he's like, I don't think I've ever been over here before, so this is kind of neat, and he goes, holy shit, look at the dinosaurs. And I told him, like, when he was coming, I was like, you'll know where we're at because we're on the peninsula across from all the dinosaurs, because on one beach there are probably 75 dinosaurs. Well, we decided to take the trike, good old Spike, that No Pants had spent 2 hours taming this sucker.
Yeah, taming takes a long time. That's
Yes,
something that you
yes,
guys
it does.
probably
Thanks.
didn't expect.
I was in bed at 4 a.m. trying to replace Spike.
I
Because
didn't think to tell you. It didn't occur to me.
It
Sorry.
takes an extremely long time. Griffosaurus, the Spino, took almost 7 hours to tame.
Yep.
oh, wow.
Welcome to the world of Ark.
So we went across
will
the
be your
peninsula
friend.
because we're like, okay, can Spike swim or what does he do? So we went across and Spike is following us. We get over the other side, and No Pants is like, look, I'm getting pretty hungry. I need to get some food. Let me go ahead and we also need some hides. So let me go ahead and kill one of these dinosaurs because we know Spike will help. So he goes to attack the dinosaur, and it's a little bitty dinosaur. Like, it's not very big at all. It's
Probably,
probably
a Dilo.
Yeah.
it's not very big, and he goes to kill it, and of course Spike is helping, and he comes in and he hits the dinosaur. Well, one of his horns accidentally hits the foot of a brontosaurus. The next thing I know, I'm being flung by a tail, probably 40 feet, and I hear No Pants go, "Whoa, what just happened?" Well, the next thing I know, he ends up going to back over towards Spike, and when I look up, I see Spike has died, and I was like, "What the fuck just happened?"
Yeah.
And of course, Brontosaurus isn't attacking us, and it was sad. We were very, very sad about Spike's death. He was very tasty, but damn it, I was very sad about it.
That's what happened with Sarah too. It was so unfortunate that we lost her, but she made some good
learning
meat.
experience. It's one of those learning things.
Also, this is one tip that if you're going to take your dinos out there, I would highly recommend either putting them on neutral or passive, because sometimes they get a little overzealous and big fights with things they shouldn't.
I left them on. Well, I had to take the 2 of the raptors out with me last night when I was farming with Bertha because she kept getting attacked. Like, yesterday was Bertha's worst day ever. So
Ooh,
she
she
almost died
almost died.
twice. Yeah, so
Oh.
I took the raptors out, but I put them on neutral. That way, if anything attacks me or her, they're all about it. But
Ooh.
other than that, they were like, yeah, okay, we'll just follow you around. A little close on the following, but still, whatever.
Yeah,
They
especially
were
when they
there.
like get up right in your face with their glasses on, going, "What you
Yeah.
doing,
One of our raptors, whose name is now Marshall, by the way.
Marshall?"
Marshall.
Yeah.
We have Spike 1.5 now.
We got Ducky 3.5.
Let's not even talk about how many pterodons that Baka's got to go through.
I think this is his third
Third.
one.
Third. This is number 3.
Patri died, and then Leia died last night. Because I was like, cool, there's a nice clear area. There's no dinosaurs or anything around. I'm going to land and get my stamina back up. And then next thing I know, dink, by a scorpion. And I fall over in torpor, and she kills him. I'm like, cool, now I can, just wait a few minutes, I'll get back up. And then next thing I see is the screen starts shaking. And we have 2 T-Rexes, a Carno, a saber-toothed tiger, and a raptor all came up, killed me, ate me, and then killed Leia and ate her.
Yeah, you're not allowed to take Sterling. I'm gonna have to start treating you like we treat Reg.
No, I'm that motherfucker. Take a hint. Take stimulant. Keep that shit on your bar. If you ever get torpor, you just chug that shit real quick and just fly off and keep chugging
I'm gonna
it.
have to start doing that one.
That's why all
But,
those.
there was like nothing around, and then the next thing I know, there's like 500 fucking dinosaurs just
You
going.
still
Wow,
can't have Sterling.
No,
Don't take Sterling ever.
I get the
No,
cake
not-
Sterling. I keep
Sterling is
stimulant
too
on
slow
me.
for
Now, I do have a
You-
question since y'all have been playing for a while. This was kind of my strategy. It was on there, so I kind of touched on this with Griff a little bit off air earlier this week. All right, my plan is this, because right now we're in an easy zone, and eventually we're going to have to make our way up to the higher zones and stuff to do whatever. So my thought process was this, because you can fast travel between beds. Is it one of those things to where we need to build a house as we go, or do we just need to demolish the old house and continue to move on?
The way we do it is we have one centralized HQ. We have our main compound on the beach, and we kind of explore out from there. When you fast travel, you drop all your items
Yeah, so you'd basically be fast traveling naked.
to wherever your next bed is. We haven't. Our plan for the future is that we will create a secondary base somewhere on the other side of the island and have a storage unit full of materials that when we fast travel, we'll have a container full of stuff that we can just put on and work from there, and then put it all away and then fast travel back. So
Okay, so the answer to that is yes.
Eventually.
But we need to make sure that we have the correct supplies at the new location before we start fast traveling back.
I
and forth.
would
Yes.
I would actually recommend not worrying about that for a while. Like build up where you're at because you've got plenty to explore around you. Go ahead and start building up where you are until you've got to a point where your house is wood, you've got a couple of dinos that you can rely on, you've got a bunch of supplies built up. That way you're not like, here's my thatch house. I'm gonna put another thatch house, 6 miles that way, and we're gonna try to build some cloth gear and whatnot. Like wait until you've leveled up a lot of stuff before
Okay.
you're worried about secondary housing and things like that.
yeah, you get once you start getting into the metal working of it, and you get your refining forge, and you start getting into the more in depth part of the world, then you can start kind of looking about exploring further out, saddles and things like that.
Yeah,
Right.
like you'll want to.
And then you suggested to me, Chicken, about making sure that I had a sleeping bag on me if we went out on a certain point. So if we did have to go into a
cave exploration.
cave exploration or whatever, just stick it at the door, and that way if I die, I just
Yeah,
I'm
you
right
could just
there.
you're right there. They're single time use, so if you're gonna use it, make sure that you're ready to just grab your shit and head back home. So
Okay.
we've had
Yeah.
to do that a couple of times. We've had some bad experiences exploring caves. Those places can get seriously nasty.
Yeah, you guys
Yeah.
definitely need a pen for some dinos. That'd be a good idea.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me and Baka did that.
Because if
we
your dinos that you tame are just wandering, other dinos will come along while you're offline and eat them.
Yeah, we lost our first few like that because our first house was where the garden is now, and we had the dinos just sitting out front, out in the open.
Don't do that.
It didn't work very well.
Oh my God, Red last night. I was dying. I sit there and I hear, oh my God, I startled him. Oh shit, he's after me. And I'm sitting here watching on the beach because he evidently had walked behind one of the Bigfoot Gigantorus or whatever they're called.
Gigantopithecus.
Yeah, that one. So he had walked behind it and startled it. Like I've never seen it get anybody get scared. Scared because he walks up and down our beach, no problem. I walk by him all the time, not a big deal. And he's chasing Red through the thing, and I'm like, "What the hell did you do to him? He's so gentle. He doesn't do anything."
I guess
didn't
it got
know.
too close.
I
Mhm.
guess
If
so.
you get too close to him, then it'll piss him off.
Yeah. He
Yeah.
said if you sneak up behind him and get too close, and that's what happens. And I was like, holy shit. Because I've been behind him before because I've read the little must be level 30 to be able to feed this dude or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I
Yeah,
was
one
like,
of those scared me yesterday. I was out collecting stone for Chicken to remodel the house, and there were these two big rocks, and I broke them, and all of a sudden I was standing face to face with one because he was on the other side of the rock, and I didn't see him. I was like, "Whoa, let me back up slowly, cause you're a little mean."
Only mean if you're a little too close to him.
I was
Otherwise,
very
they're-
close. He was right in front of me.
Otherwise,
We're
the
having a moment.
moment.
Yeah, it's like,
Uh,
no,
Apparently, he did
we're
not like
treating-
Red's moment, so.
Apparently not.
Ark is great, and I'm glad that you are enjoying it, Oak.
I really am. I'm enjoying a lot more than it is. And I do have a question. I have never played the game because I've never cared for the fact that it is 8-bit. But there are a lot of people that I've talked to inside the server and other people that are on there that are actually comparing the game in a lot of ways to Minecraft. because of the fact that you are building stuff and moving stuff from one location to another one in order to build up your little area and all that stuff. Chicken, did you ever played Minecraft?
No, and my rule about that is I never cared for the blocky textures. Since
Okay,
this,
so it's the 8-bit part of it. So
Yep.
this is basically so do we say this is an adult Minecraft? What
yes,
do we say on
that
this?
is what I have been
dinosaurs.
saying. It is an adult version of Minecraft without the 8-bit. And that's why I enjoy it so much. Minecraft, yeah, cool, but the 8-bit just never took to me. This plays, it's just so much better. So much better.
And they're dinosaurs.
And they're
They're
dinosaurs.
not dinosaurs in Minecraft.
And come on, everybody knows I'm a fucking dinosaur fan. Come on. So,
Yeah.
I was
I'd
looking
say
at
there's
this
a
game
couple
for
of
a while.
added elements with the fact that you've got to worry about all of your dinos and feeding them and things like that, which I know they're tameable pets, like pigs or something, in Minecraft as well. But I just feel like this
But a
is
pig
maybe a
doesn't
little
compare
more.
to a T-Rex.
Yeah,
Well, that's
hell
true.
no.
That's true. But
The
I feel like this is a little
T-Rex.
more like micromanagement sometimes. Like chicken.
Once you get into the
chicken's
deeper part of the
analogy.
game,
Yeah.
it starts turning into like, because the first part of the game is all fun and games, but then when you get to the mid to the late game, it starts turning into a seriously real life survival game. Like our generator has to run off of gasoline. We have to farm in the ocean for oil. Yeah, if we run out of oil or if we run out of gasoline, our entire house shuts down. Our refrigerators turn off. We lose all of our meat, all of our eggs. Our kibble will expire. Like our dinos have to be fed. We have to make sure that we farm for
It's a management
materials.
system. Like you have to have systems in place and be like, all right, who's gonna check the dinosaurs? I haven't been on in this many days. Who has?
Got to make sure
you
that
know?
the generator has gasoline to make sure that everything is just going. And
Yes.
It's
Because I mean, they
also a
can
lot
starve to death.
easier-
That's what happened to the Snitties.
It's also a
starve
lot
to death.
easier if everyone has like certain things that they keep track of. Like Red keeps track of the garden.
oh yeah, the garden too.
I generally make sure that we have gas since I'm the one who can hold my breath longest underwater.
Usually feed the dinos too.
Yeah.
What do you have to do? What do you have to build for that?
For
Like, is
what?
there- for the breath underwater, is there a thing for oxygen?
Oxygen.
So you have to
It's-
level up your oxygen.
Okay.
Yeah,
I didn't
I
see-
sunk points into it so I can go deeper.
I couldn't
underwater.
remember like in my head if the oxygen you could build that one up.
I
or not.
think that
You
somebody
need
said there's
aquatic
a scuba
animals.
suit.
There is a scuba suit.
There is scuba suit, and actually, Red was talking about it last night while he was passing a raft randomly. He's like walking by, going, "I need to get a scuba suit," and I was like, "You're level 1. You
Yeah,
just
he-
found the island."
He's so used to the idea that he's high level that he doesn't understand
starting
he's
over.
starting over, you know?
Yeah, but it was like a scuba suit's like level 75 or
Save
something.
5.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
something that we haven't even made it to yet. But
Yeah, and he's like, "I need to
about
get a
it.
scuba suit," and it's like, "You're level 75." But
He's
okay,
probably thinking about it maybe in relation to our game as well. Like maybe he's thinking his other character needs a scuba suit. But
because now what are y'all at? Like, what's your levels?
I think
I
I'm
have
70.
3 last night.
66.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like
I don't level as fast, I think, because I don't do as much exploration. Mainly what I do is, like, I'm in charge of all the farming. So,
Yeah,
Right.
farming
mainly
gives
what I'm
decent
doing.
XP, but it doesn't give a lot of XP. I built the entire house twice now, so I've gotten XP for building everything.
and if your tribe mates are on and around while you're doing stuff, you guys share XP. So you'll get a little bit of a bonus.
Yeah, we've gotten those. And what was funny is I was doing something on our little peninsula, and across the water, it picked up onto No Pants.
It's
he's
kind
like-
of a large range for
That was like I
share.
was really amazed on how close. I mean, like how far we were away. Because I'm sitting at the top of a hill. There's like a whole bit of land, a beach, and then water, and then he's on the other side of it, and he's getting the stuff. I was like, okay.
When
Cool with
Chicken was
me.
building the house, I was on like almost up to the part on top of the mountain next to us where the metal is, and I was still getting shared XP from him. So
That's
it's
crazy.
a nice big radius to share XP.
Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. The interesting thing to me is like Red was really good about like we ended up with I think we had like 35 things of meat last night. We've never had that much meat in the house.
If you store them
before.
on dinosaurs, it lasts longer. If you don't
Yeah.
have a preserver
Really?
bit,
Yes.
yes. Put them on a dinosaur, it lasts a lot longer. Like if you have your Triceratops,
So, like,
use it as a
normally-
storing bin.
They're like basically pseudo coolers.
Yes.
You're
essentially.
talking about raw or cooked.
Raw,
well,
either or.
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
either or.
Okay. So like guesstimate like a cooked is usually about 20 minutes or so. So
And
how
it
much-
always destroys the top stack. So 20 minutes after you lose the first one, and then you'll have another 20 minutes. So it's good to kind of like leave them all stacked up together and then stick them on a dinosaur.
so don't split them basically.
Exactly. On a dinosaur, they'll probably last. I think it's 4 hours per
Per
meat.
stack.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. It is
Wow.
so
Coolers,
good.
they're pseudo coolers, and then when you get a refrigerator, it'll be even longer.
I think our refrigerator makes it last for like 14 hours per cooked meat. We got like 50 stacks of meat right now that we try to keep track so that we can feed all the carnos and the waters.
Well, and so
everybody
that
gets
if
hungry.
something comes up and we want to tame it too, we've got.
That's true.
We're about to be able to expand our area too because we've got there's a thatch house back behind us that
Upgrade to wood before you start expanding, because then you're gonna have to replace everything that you're doing.
from wood.
Okay.
You can just kind of put your wood stuff over your thatch to kind of
Yeah,
because
yeah.
you'll get half materials back.
Yeah, it'll
Already done
refund
it.
half the material.
Okay.
Well,
ahead,
since I told you, mister.
I've already
You know,
done it.
like,
And one last tip, since you have a lot of people playing, spread your engrams out between everybody. Kind of tell everybody to get different things. Like
yeah,
me
like
and
I'm
Baka.
learning
That's
wood
what-
wall. You
that-
learned clothes.
Yeah.
That's what No Pants and I have been doing.
Yeah,
We've been- I was like, I'm on this. What you think I need to do, and then I'll read off whatever, and then he'll
You
tell
can
me.
also save your engrams. Like if you're at a point where you're pretty comfortable with stuff, you can save them so you unlock a few other things before you spend again. Like I've
Right.
got 365, I think, left to spend.
I had 580 something.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't learn many things. Baka and I share, and we only get the very important things. But I think I'm down to 155 now. Learned the elevator, the elevator track, a bunch of stone stuff. It kind of
So basically, what you did is like, if this needs this to get to this, then I need to get this. And this and
Yeah.
this.
Yep.
You know, so I got you.
like a big old
Like
surplus of
stair-step it.
points, and then
Right.
you go through and figure out what you need at that time, and then you can learn it because you've got plenty of engram
Yeah, because I mean,
points.
some of it's just frivolous stuff. Like, how many of us really need to make a giant billboard-sized wooden sign?
Or
Yeah, I don't understand that.
the map canvas or something like that. It's,
Yeah, it's like, who cares?
yeah.
Yeah.
So.
What are the notes for? Because we were talking about this last night. Like it's on the first line that you can. One
Just
of the things.
make a note and go, here you go.
Yeah, pass
Like,
it
do you hand it
somebody
to a
else.
friend? Is that what you're doing? So, like, you're saying, "Hey, I'm offline. Make sure that you feed the dinosaur or something," right?
Pretty much.
Yeah,
Okay.
you can do that. Or you could just make them a wooden sign.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
it's useless.
yeah.
Basically.
Yeah, or you could just tell them, you're like, hey man, let me text you or hit you up on Twitter, do this thing, so I don't have to waste this engram.
Yeah, I know, right? I don't want to waste my points.
All right, we're gonna talk about Ark all day, and it's already 2:38. So let me shift us gears. Let's talk about some of the small teeny little bit of news that we have, and then we're gonna talk year in review. So if we run a little long, it'll be okay. But let's.
No, it won't. Okay, yeah, it will.
Yeah, well, shut up. You don't know what you're talking about. All right. Let's see here. A little bit of news. How about the fact that finally, it's official. Kojima has broken up with Konami for
I don't
reals
believe
this
it.
time.
I don't believe
And
it.
is now partnered with Sony. Are we excited? We care? Who
They-
you know?
Wait,
Does it
okay, so
surprise
part-
anybody?
I still don't believe it.
Yeah, they've partnered with Sony.
Basically, it sounds like Sony's going to be getting exclusive games from
Yes.
that are probably going to end up being Metal Gear Solid style.
Yeah.
I would assume.
Well, I imagine that they're gonna be very similar
Yeah,
to that.
yeah,
And I
but-
also can't help but wonder if they're gonna try if Kojima's gonna not call it Silent Hill, but continue on with Silent Hills. Because I mean, as long as you
Possibly.
call it that, it's okay, right?
It would something be like the spiritual successor kind of to it, because I mean, honestly, that's what a lot of games have been doing here lately. Like with Mega Man, the Mighty Number 9, because a lot of the companies are not wanting to do those games anymore.
Well, and
Yeah.
20XX, which is also based off of Mega Man as well,
So-
which is popular, of course. But then you have there's somebody else that did a spiritual successor to the Silent
Castlevania.
Hills, the Silent Hills one. It's an indie company, but I can't think of what it was. I remember seeing the thing on it not too long ago. But I mean, from a gaming standpoint, him being there with having his own production company and being exclusive with Sony, I think makes sense for his style of play or
Yeah.
game design. I mean, seriously, is he? I mean, he's one of the most Japanese, and I don't mean this in a derogatory term. He's one of the most Japanese game creators out there. That is one of the most Japanese gaming companies. I mean, it just makes sense for the two of them to align. You know what I mean? Because especially
yeah.
And do you think? Here's another question to just kind of a sub question to that. Do you believe that this is a possibility that Sony might go, "Hey, we've got this Vita that we really haven't supported at all. Can you create a game that will sell this product for us?"
He may create a game, but I don't think it'll sell the Vita.
Yeah.
I had a Vita, and
I think everybody that wanted a
It's
Vita
pretty.
got one at launch, and that's it.
Yep. It's probably all they're gonna sell.
Well, I mean, they have
Well, they
things like
haven't been making
Spelunky and
games.
Tearaway.
Yeah, they don't
they
make
make
games.
like
Tearaway
a
was it?
handful of games every couple of years, and that's it. And it's, I mean, you might end up with some really great things, but it's, I guess maybe it goes back to that argument of, well, if they're really good, the handful that they do make, is it okay because you're asking for quality over quantity? So is that all right? In a way, it is, but at the same time, it's so little of a quantity that it doesn't really make up for the price tag on the Vita, I guess.
Right. I can see that.
But yeah, so good deal. They had a little interview, and I wish I could remember the guy's name who was there, the Sony guy. But the way that he looked at Kojima when they were announcing it was just like, oh, they're in love. It's so cute. Everybody put up memes like, I want a boyfriend that looks at me the way that this guy looks at Kojima and things like that. It's like, aw. Outside of that, let's see. Hackers are looking at bringing down PSN and Xbox Live for Christmas again this year.
Merry Christmas,
because,
gamers.
Yep.
Well, and somebody even asked them, why don't you hit the government? And they're like, that's not the point. The point is to show that these companies have millions of dollars that they're not dedicating to security. And it's like, yeah, but wouldn't it be more impressive if you could show that the government, who has more money than Microsoft and Sony, is not putting forth that effort either?
Well, I mean,
To be fair, the government's in super debt, so they don't have very
Because
much
the
money as
government
it
will come
is.
after them
So
and they'll all be in jail, and then they can't troll people anymore.
well, here's the thing on it is you turn around and you go, okay, yes, they've got a lot of money and they're not spending the money on security, but if you weren't trying to hack them, would it really matter? And specifically, you are trying to hack them. Yeah, it's not like they're not fighting off all these other people. It's you going, you're not spending enough money on that. And why does that matter to you that you're not spending enough money?
Why does it matter only on Christmas?
Because are you hacking them off your Xbox One or your PS4? No, you're hacking them off a PC.
Yeah. PC
Because-
Master Race, right?
Right?
Is this an argument for PC Master Race?
PC Master Race.
So it doesn't matter. It's like, okay, well, I'm playing on my PC, and you're not spending enough money on a console I probably don't even own for
Yeah.
security.
Well, the downside is now even Anonymous is stepping in and being like, yeah, you know, if it goes down, then that's how it is, and they should spend the money on it. It's like, Anonymous, you have better things to do with your time than this. You used to be on the right side, now you're just being a dick.
Well, and if you remember the last time this happened, which was like last year, the year before, they were when they did then Anonymous would hack the people that did did this.
Was
did
it like
last
the
time.
Lizard Group or something?
Lizard Squad?
Yeah,
Lizard
this
Squad?
time
Okay.
It's, well, Twitter's already suspended their account, but they were posting under Phantom Squad.
Okay, can we get rid of the squad name for hackers? Can we just go ahead and talk about this now?
it's cool.
Anonymous is cool. The name Anonymous is cool. It's like, hey, you were attacked by Anonymous. That's awesome.
That's awesome.
Lizard Squad sounds like something you'd see out of a sci-fi
Well, it makes me
movie
think of,
or comic book.
oh my god.
And Phantom Squad, swear to God, it sounds like a comic book character like group, right?
It sounds like a bad sci-fi movie. Like the Phantom Squad. It's like a bunch of like cheesily.
Or an old, like, bad
Once
80s
upon a time, there was a guy who
organization like-
died while he was trying to save the world.
It-
But he's back, folks, with his new squad, Phantom Squad. New
The
on
fact that it's
Sci-Fi
called
Channel,
Lizard Squad always makes me think of Broken Lizard, which are the people that did Super Troopers.
which makes it even better.
Yeah, because you just can't take it seriously then.
Well, then what they're doing the entire time is they're high while they're sitting there.
They're asking somebody, instead of like, if you say shenanigans one more time, this is gonna happen. It's if you say shenanigans one more time, I'm taking down Xbox Live.
Shenanigans.
What's the name of that place you like to go to? What do you mean shenanigans? Oh my god, now I need to watch the movie again.
You know, it's like my least favorite movie. Up there.
I love Super Troopers.
A lot of people do, and I get it, but yeah, it's not my thing. Yeah,
That's your cup of tea.
not my cup of tea. I like was it Beer
Fest?
Fest? I like that one.
I don't know.
Is it-
Like, I don't usually get
Beer.
into super silly comedies, but for some reason, Super Troopers really got me.
Uh,
Club Dread. I watched Club Dread, and now I cannot see the name Penelope without thinking of it being Penelope.
Penelope.
Yep, penelope.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I can't. And that's unfortunate because I have a client that I work with whose name is that, and I'm like, don't say it.
Hi,
Don't
Penelope.
say it.
Penelope.
What's up, Penelope?
Penelope.
Oh shit.
Oh my god.
All right,
Sorry.
now to the important information that's going on here.
What's the important information?
Bungie is now selling characters for $30, basically to
But it
get
only
up to
gets
a
you
level
level
20.
25.
To a level 25, which 40 is cap.
So you're 15
currently.
levels short. So you still got to work out that last 15 levels.
Well, here's the thing: is it basically the same thing that I got with my Taken King? Just a little star.
It is.
Okay, so they're giving you that, and so none of the perks that come along with that. So you're spending $30 on essentially nothing.
You're spending $30 on a character that's that level.
Yeah, that you don't.
Which
have,
doesn't, I mean, for
it just means you can buy
honestly,
better weapons. It doesn't mean.
With Destiny, it doesn't take that long to level them up either. It's not like
No.
that's an arduous process that's going to take, 2 or 3 weeks. You could
Especially-
probably sit down for like a couple of hours for 2 or 3 days and be done.
Especially now, it's
Mhm.
not like. It's not like it was when it started. It was a little harder to go up now, but now it's like, okay, 25, done. Have a nice day. But I don't get it.
Well, and it's one of those things. Wraith is actually the one that notified me that this was happening, and he said that it was sad because it's disappointing, I guess, because they had said that they wouldn't do something like this, and then here we are doing it. We're selling.
Well, and here's the thing that bothers me the most about it is somebody like Wraith, who is a very loyal fan of the game. He loves the game. He's put
a
over
lot
1,000
of time.
Yeah, over 1,000 hours into the game, and and he's a big believer behind it. No matter what we say about the game and what we've done about the game, anything that we sit there and talk about the game, he supports the game. He loves the game, and that's it. And I've always
That's
commended
fine.
him for that because it's fantastic. He loves the game and enjoys the game that much. I feel like they just turned around and it just kind of swung him around and stabbed him straight in the back. You know what I mean?
Well, especially if it's something, because I didn't keep up with all the promises that Bungie has made in the past about this stuff. And I know what it is. It's Activision. It's not necessarily Bungie that's doing
Right.
this. Activision's all uncharged with money. They're holding purse strings and they decide what they do. But if they had said, we're not ever going to do this, and then turned around and did it, even that, like, regardless of what it actually is, the fact that they lied to you about it, because they've already said they're not doing DLC anymore for the rest of year 2. So until we get to Destiny 2, there's no more DLC, only events and microtransactions. And one of
Okay.
the other things that they're doing for microtransactions, which I don't know if you've heard about it or not, is the sparrows. You can get special little sparrow paints and whatnot, but you have to buy them in a randomized package. So they're wanting you to spend money on basically gambling that you're going to get the one that you're actually looking for.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Well, here's my question for you, because as we know, you got Activision Blizzard.
Yeah.
And Blizzard does do in WoW. They have a deal now. It was like $60, and you raise your character up to
Which
a certain.
I will actually
Okay.
make a counterpoint on that. Though.
Okay, hold on.
Like,
Here's
go
my
ahead.
question for it. All right, you've got an RPG element to MMO, to where I'm assuming that they're giving you the points to where you can build the character how you want to, in a case like WoW.
Yes.
Okay. Versus, and I'd be fine with this if they did an RPG element, because they do have an RPG element to Destiny with having the different things,
But
abilities,
you're
and stuff
buying
that you're able to do.
subclass though.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing is you're not getting anything out of it, because none of your, like, if I go through and build, I'm building up my little abilities.
Right.
Okay.
So it doesn't give you all the subclass abilities?
No, it gives
No.
you pick. Well, what it reads to me is you pick the subclass that you want. Like I wanted to play a Striker Titan.
Okay.
It would unlock all of the stuff that you can get up to level 25, and then give you those things to put in how you would like, but only for the Titan for the Striker subclass.
Okay, so
you're
it's not the same
unlocking-
thing that I did with Taken King then, because with Taken King I wasn't able to do any of that.
Oh, so you
Which
had to build up from...
Yeah, basically what it did is it gave me the level 25, which allowed me to be able to get weapons I normally wouldn't be able to get on drops.
Maybe it's the same thing. It just read differently. Like one of the things I read, it kept talking about the fact that you were purchasing a subclass, like a specific subclass out of it. So you basically, it sounded like to me that that's what it did, was it unlocked everything up to level 25 that you would have unlocked for that subclass, and then you just go about your business.
Because where I have a problem with it is the fact that, like, it sounds to me, again, this goes back to, hey, we're part of the same company. Why the fuck aren't we listening to each other? Especially one that's very successful at doing what they do with MMOs.
Right.
And turn around and go, hey, you have an RPG element in here. You need to give them the points they need with this level 25 to be able to build those areas up, if that's the case. Like, because, you know, again, I'm not spending $30 to figure this out.
Right.
Yeah.
So, you know, is it, you know, I guess to a certain degree it's there. But the other thing about it is when Griff and I talked about this off the air earlier in the week when we first found out about it, she made the best point of all. You have 3 characters.
Yeah.
You're done.
Why is it that hard to level up another one?
Yeah, why? Yeah, it's you turn around and go, okay, I got 3 characters. And at this point, if we've discussed on the show before, if you're playing the game, you've already been playing the game for a while. Do you really need this?
Yeah. And I mean,
and that's like counterintuitive to their refer a friend program too.
Yeah.
Like you refer a friend and then what? You have them buy the game and then pay for a character? It's like,
so they spend $90 instead of $60.
Yeah, it's like, holy shit.
Yeah, that's the other counterpoint is because it's so much. And one of the cravats to that is people are comparing it to the fact that you can buy a character boost for WoW, but the difference is WoW's character boosts are expensive, I guess, for a better reason almost, because they don't. One of the things that they had said when they first announced the fact that you're going to be able to buy a character boost is that they priced them as they did because if you really desperately wanted to get there that fast, then fine, it's going to cost you. But the leveling experience is something, 1, worth experiencing, and 2, not that hard to do. I mean, if you've already got a character that's cap level, you're probably able to buy heirloom gear and give it to your low-level character that you're just starting, and you're going to level in a couple of days anyway. Okay, so really what they did it for was people who are just completely desperate. And I guess maybe that's what Bungie or what Activision's doing with Destiny as well.
Shouldn't they have done it higher level then? Because Blizzard makes it so that they, like, if you want it bad enough, you're going to pay for it, but we don't want you to, so we're going to put the price high.
Yeah,
well, but I think this price is high as too for a console game, because you look at it, if right now I can go out and buy Taken King for $60, I could get an automatic 25 which I did, get an automatic 25 on a brand new character and set it up. If I'm desperate enough to get another character,
which only have 3 character slots.
Yeah, well, I mean, and the thing is, keep in mind we're thinking about the fact that they're buying new. I don't think they are, but let's say they're buying new. Okay. So are you willing to spend another $30 to get, like, let's say you started off with, I don't know, a wizard or something, and you wanted a titan. So you go in and you go, okay. Don't you love how I did that?
Warlock.
Yeah, that's what they are. They're wizards. Warlock, wizard, same thing. So you turn around and it's like, okay, if I wanted to get a titan, then I'm willing to spend the $30 to make that happen, which is half the price of the game I just paid for a full fucking game.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like, you know.
And also, again, $30 for something that's going to take you a minimum amount of effort to do anyway. I mean, Chicken made a valid point earlier. If you're willing to pay $30 because you don't have the time and effort to put into leveling a character that far, you don't have the time and effort to play the game in the first place.
That's a good point. And well, the other thing about it is too is I'd have more problem, I think, if it was $5 than I would do with $30.
Because everybody would buy it.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Because
that's how Blizzard combated, defended their price point was, we didn't do it to make this cost effective. We did it to kind of almost discourage you from doing it. It's an option if you really need it for some reason.
Because people are going to buy characters like that is a huge problem in Underground. If
we had wanted to make it at a valid price point where we were just trying to drive up money for ourselves, we would have priced the character boosts at $10 and just had everybody buy one. But that's not what it's there for.
Well, and I think it's good because on that particular case you're trying to discourage, and I think that in this case Destiny's not necessarily encouraging, but they're giving the option there.
That's because everything since they're not doing DLC for year 2, they're trying to do everything through microtransactions. So they're throwing out every microtransaction they can think of.
Yep. Well, I mean, we got 4,000 emotes. I don't know how many they got now.
I mean, you can buy emotes. They've got the Sparrow packs, and then of course they'll be offering new purchasable items with every event that happens. Mm-hmm. So kind of like you had the Halloween stuff where you could buy the special Halloween dances and things like that. That's what's going to sustain them, quote unquote, through year 2.
Well, I'm hoping from this standpoint that I would love it if they would turn around and Bungie would go, you know what, we're getting rid of this because we made no money off of it and it was kind of completely pointless to even bring it out in the first place. But what's going to happen is they're going to go, in Destiny 2, we're going to offer this straight off the bat when it comes up there. I mean, it's just, and it's because of Activision. I don't think it's Bungie themselves. I just think it's part of their parent company.
I definitely Activision.
Yeah, and I hate, I'm a Bungie fanboy, or was for a long time. They had the Halo series, and it's just kind of like, I really want, because mechanically this game is sound.
Mm-hmm.
The business practices that go along with it is where I have a problem with it, and the fact, because I can deal with the lack of plot line, because the gameplay is fun.
The
to a
game,
certain
yeah,
point.
but still.
When you're playing with your friends,
Yes,
it's a
yes.
fun game when you're playing with your friends. But I don't get the business practices that go along with it, and I understand the servers are expensive and everything there. But how does a game like Call of Duty? I mean, they'll have one expansion, maybe two expansions. They're spending $50 on.
Well, it's map packs. Usually, there's 3 map packs for Call of Duty.
Okay, so you got 3 map packs in a year.
Yep,
And
and they're
they're-
$50 for the
And they're
season
wanting this
pass.
game to last for 10 years.
Not at
Well,
this
yeah,
rate.
but not basically, they're not saying Destiny is going to last for 10 years. Destiny, the franchise, will last for 10 years because we've
Right.
already know we're going to get Destiny 2, which will essentially be like level 50 through 70 or some shit like that. So basically, you're stuck playing this Destiny with just the little events, which means no more raids and no more nightfalls, no more strikes. It's all going to be the same content for this entire year. You just have to wait for Destiny 2. So enjoy your repetitiveness, and hopefully the events are enough to get you through, which, I mean, maybe they will be. I don't know. Hopefully they are. But you're not getting any DLC. You're not getting any new stuff, essentially. And then next year, we'll get Destiny 2, which will be Destiny with a new paint job, because it's going to be probably the same layout. Here are these planets that you need to start on. Here are all these same repetitive bullshit quests that we want you to do. And maybe we're going to sprinkle in some extra story because maybe we learned our lesson.
Maybe so.
But
Yeah.
I don't know.
I thought I'd add the maybe because I thought.
No,
Maybe
it'll probably do what every Blizzard expansion does. It gets a lot of players, and then they realize it's the same thing with not very much there, and then it's going to drop right back off.
I imagine that that's how they're going to do it, is they want Destiny as a franchise to last 10 years, which means every 2 years they'll release a new Destiny.
It
We'll
won't
get
happen.
Destiny 2, and then we'll get Destiny 3 and Destiny 4, and I don't see it making it that long. Like, their numbers are
I
already
don't.
declining a little bit, because it is repetitive. I mean,
I got friends right now that
do?
I got friends right now that play the game every single day.
Like, what do you do?
Yeah, what do you do? Like, once
Well,
you
that's the thing,
follow
they
your
stop.
cat level Year, what do you do?
Fallout 4 came. Guess what happened?
Everybody went to Fallout, because it's amazing.
Yes.
I don't know. I realize that it's already 3 o'clock. Here is my suggestion to the 3 of you and anybody who is watching that may be listening to this later in audio form. Do you want to call it like a normal show here and then continue on afterwards, and I will split this into 2 audio bits and let our year in review be at a standalone kind of deal? Or do you want to just keep talking? Up to you. It's kind of the same deal, only I'm going to cut it into 2 pieces or not.
Well, it's up to you then if you want to cut it into 2
'cause
pieces
we
or
used to do
not.
it- We used to do it.
Two
I-
pieces would be more annoying, I would assume. So fuck it.
We
let's
used
just
to
keep
do an
going.
hour and a half show. What do you get lazy?
Well,
on
I
the
know,
next
but
one?
everybody seemed to enjoy it when we started making it a little shorter. Which, hey, by the way, if you're listening to this in audio or you're here in chat right now on Twitch, go ahead and let me know what you think. But it seemed like everybody responded better when it was a little bit shorter. It was a little more manageable. And so if I cut it into 2 pieces, I can go ahead and post the regular audio on Monday night, which is what I usually do, and then maybe like Tuesday night throw up the year in review, which will be its own separate entity. So you could listen to it at 2 different intervals instead of listening to one long piece.
Oh, I got you.
It's up to you. I mean, if you want to edit it.
Hello and welcome to Infinite Respawn. This is our year in review. I'm Oak Tree.
That's not what I mean, we gotta wrap up the first show first.
Nah.
Fail.
I say let's split it into 2 pieces because we were talking about maybe not doing a show next week anyway, and we can kind of, if
Fill
we
it.
have you already, that's kind of the
All right, go ahead and do the ending thing, and then we'll just
Yeah, and I'll
continue
just-
going.
Don't worry,
We
I'll have
appre-
the other part up later.
We appreciate everybody that hangs out with us each and every week. Make sure you check it out, especially if you're checking us out on the audio right now on twitch.tv/Infinite Respawn PC. You can also check us out on YouTube where Griff does her fantastic, did I say fantastic? I meant fantastic, Let's Plays, where you can get on there, and she's currently playing, which game again?
Far Cry 4, it's been amazing.
Far Cry 4, which she has shortened those down. She's like to 20 minutes at a time now.
Yeah, I
so
try to do 20
you
minutes
go
or less.
to lunch, and when you go to lunch, you pop up your YouTube and you look at Griff. Well, you don't look at Griff because she doesn't have her face up there, but you listen to Griff,
Yeah.
which she's probably drunk, going through some type of thing, doing that because, well,
To be fair, though, I posted an episode this week, and I think it was 15 or 16, one or the other. You guys think I can't drive? I watched the Golden Path people in a truck try to figure out how to get around a stone wall for like 5 minutes. They're like backing up and running into the wall, going around to the gate that's obviously closed, and then coming back, and it's like, you think I'm bad? This is what's real, okay?
So make-
It's not that they can't drive; it's they don't understand the concept of physical objects in the way.
Apparently not. They almost ran me over, those motherfuckers.
Oh Lord, have mercy. So make sure you check her out there. Also, make sure you check us out on Steam at IR Gaming or Infinite Respawn PC. You can also check us out on Twitter, twitter.tv. Twitter.com.
Twitter.tv.
Fuck it, I'm throwing it.
We're making new episodes. Or new
Twitter.com/Infinite Res PC. You can check me out personally at MDB Oaktree. You can check out Griff.
At Griff Slynam.
You can check out Chicken.
At Elite Chicken 313.
And you can check out Baka.
At Baka Pickle.
As always, this is Infinite Respawn. I'm Oaktree.
I'm
See ya.
Griff.
Oh, my bad.
Oh, come on!
I'm Oaktree. How about that?
You're a dick.
I'm a dick.
I'm a dick. Look at my hand.
No.
Fucking A, I'm Griff.
Bagog. Chicken.
What?
What happened to this show?
And he's a Wookiee.
See ya.
I think somebody slipped laughing gas into the room.
We're not even in the
Holy
same.
shit.
I know, right?
One of us isn't even in the same state.
Oh my god, in the
Oh,
damn
the-
show. Play the music, let's go.
Oh, I didn't know I was gonna play the music. You could just cut it right there, and then we can
Fine, I'll
continue.
just cut it. Don't play the music.
I
don't
wasn't
care.
going to. You could
Audio
just-
people, this is what you miss. Imagine the facial expressions that go along with this. It's on YouTube. You should check it out.
All right, and
Scene.
So
cut. All right, we're cut, and now let's just continue on with the rest of the
I
show.
need, like a 2-second bathroom break.